So this was the first scramble, this was a 0.78, and there's two main things, well, three main things actually that you can look at. Well, first of all, there's a pre-made LS, which is what I ended up going for, which is this really nice 2-gen case, which is pretty good. And however, something that's better, and I should have actually looked at this because I know the case, is on blue you have this pre-made TG1, which is actually 2-gen as well, but the best AUG for this is not a 2-gen one. Basically what it is just twisting this corner into this EG1 case, but you can cancel a lot of moves. So the full solution ends up being R prime, F prime, RU, RU prime, R2, FR, and that's OO. This is the second scramble. This was a 0.96, and on this scramble what I ended up looking at was firstly on white you have this pre-made TCBL, which I sort of know, but like I mean if you give me time I'll probably think of it, but I decided to not do it, but we'll get back to that later. So what I ended up going for was on green you had one move to LS, and it's a pretty nice case because there's no UF. So the full solution ended up being from this angle. You do F U2 R prime U R U prime R prime U2 R, which is pretty good, but what I think is OO is actually going for the TCBL. So the full solution ends up being from here, U prime FR F prime RU R2 U2 R. This is the third scramble. This was a 1.28, and this is a no bar scramble, and had a pretty hard time finding something good. But what I ended up doing was on red, I did this EG1 phase with R, B, U prime, R prime, because then I get this pretty good EG1 case with no pre-UF. So the full solution ends up being R, B, U prime, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R2, U, R prime, U, which is a lot of moves, and I locked up, and it could have been even so much better, but what I ended up seeing was on orange, you can do, yeah, so you can do from here on orange, U prime, R, U, R prime into this LS, and this is a bad angle because the AUG needs to be done from here, but you can do it in a particular way. Yeah, so you can do it from here, F prime, U, R, U prime to set it up, but then you actually cancel a move, so the full solution ends up being F prime, U, R, U2, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R2, and then F prime, AFF. This is the fourth scramble. This was a 0.91, and on this scramble I think I pretty much only looked at one thing, which was on green you had R prime U R prime into this leg 1, and there is no pre-UF, no post-UF, and you can actually cancel I think 3 moves, which is pretty nice. So the full solution ends up being R prime U2 R prime, F R2 F prime, R U prime R prime, which is also OO I think. So this is the fifth scramble. This was a 1.10, and this scramble is a bit ugly because it just has 2 opposite bars, and it's, you know, not very good. What I ended up doing was on green, you have F prime, R, U prime, R into this diag anti-zoom case, and you can actually cancel quite a lot of moves. So the full solution ends up being F prime, R2, U prime, R2, F, R, F prime, RU, R prime, U prime, R, U2, and that's like not horrible. But yeah, I actually had a hard time finding OOs for this. There's not like a lot going on. So there's 2 main things that I found the first one is from here on blue. You have R2 U prime F into this TCLL, and then you can just finish it off like that, which is okay, but you have a bit of a weird regrip. Yeah, so something else that I found there, which is probably a little bit better, is on red, you can do F prime U2R into this CLL, which actually, again, you can cancel quite a lot of moves. So the full solution ends up being F prime U R U2, R prime F, R prime F prime R, U prime R, U2.